Yo, what's up guys? So today I'm gonna break down this beat that I made for Drake and his new album Some Sexy Songs for You with Party Next Door. And I made this beat with some of my friends that I'm gonna of course shout out after in the video. But yeah, hope you like this one and let's go for the preview. It's gonna be like this, like yeah, I'm gonna live my life and you're gonna leave yours. This could be a really good beat for the new album of Drake. I think that it sounds really nice and of course it is pretty simple. So let's break this down. Okay, so as you can see we're at 87 BPM in the key of A sharp minor, and I just used this new plugin that I just bought, which is the 40's very own keys contact bank. I think this is the bank from Drake's producer. Apparently it's his plugin, so I just bought it because it sounded amazing. And then I just used this 6/5 progression, and you just go from a major chord to a minor chord. And what I did is I just used the 7th and the 9th, so really it's just super simple. So you take your bass note, boom, here, so you place this note, which is the F sharp for me, then you're gonna skip that one and you're gonna place the other. You're gonna skip, place, skip again, place, skip and place, and there you have your chord. And I just strumize it to Alt S like this, and randomize it Alt R, and just randomize the velocity. And here for the minor chord, what I did is I just copied the 7th and the 9th of this chord here just to add some tension. Yeah, it just sounds more R&B-ish. And then for my new Harmony Multikit analog lab bank, I just use the releasing pad preset right there, and I copy and paste the chords. Super simple. Then I just used this Oscar Bass 1 preset from Omnisphere, and what I did is I just brought down the lows and a bit of highs, and I just copied the bass note of the chords, and this is how it sounds like. Then my boy Gyro.ld just used this Juno soft lead from Xenology, and he did this amazing MIDI lead that you can find in my Harmony Multikit. So just right here, it's in the originals leads folder. And what I did is I just added a bit of reverb. I widened it out a little bit because it was sounding too mono, and I just brought down the lows and the highs. Then we have the lush strings from Xenology, which is kind of my basic preset for strings because it sounds amazingly good. And I just did that pattern, really simple, just going from the bass note of the scale, then down to the G and to the F. I think that strings really adds a ton of emotions to your samples. You should definitely use some. I personally think that strings really add a ton of emotion to your samples, so I would definitely recommend you to use a ton of them. Not too much, of course, not too much. Then I use those vocals that I found on Splice, which is a really good platform to find some vocals. I think it's $15 a month. Actually, it's a little bit expensive, but yeah. What I did is I just brought down the lows and the mids to kind of make this radio or like vinyl effect to the vocals. Then I added a bit of reverb and I just widened it out a little bit just to make it stand out a little more. Then just for the chorus, I used this organ with a little staircase, you know, a little staircase like, you know, they don't see what I mean, but yeah. And of course, if you know me, I had to use that ample guitar metal hellraiser. I had to use it, bro. I always use it on ton of my samples. It sounds realistic and it sounds amazing because I use this pitch modulation. Really, really nice. And this is how it sounds like. I don't know who said that you can make realistic guitars with VSTs, but I think that sounds pretty realistic. Then for the guitar, I had to use that analog answers preset from Guitar Rig 7. I had to use it, bro. It just sounds amazing. And I just brought down the lows and some of highs. And of course, you have to wide it out. With that preset, I think it sounds too mono. So if you don't put it wide, it's not gonna sound as good as it should. And of course, always brought down the volume because when you add that preset, it's gonna sound super hard. Like really, it's gonna be aggressive as shit. And just like always, you have to use some effects on your loops and on your beats too, because they're gonna sound amazingly good with it. I just used this R&B transition here, a chime, and I just used this between the chords. And then we have another vocal playing, which is basically my voice, and I used an AI to change it. And I used another vocal. Again, it's me just talking to the mic, and I just used an AI to change my voice. I'm gonna lie, bro, I don't fucking know what I said on that part. It sounds good, but I don't know what I said. Oh, I also forgot that I add an ARP just to kind of create an effects, just to create a rise, and then it falls down like. This is an ARP you can find in my Harmony MULTIKit. It's the one that you can find inside of my Harmony MULTIKit, and you can find it in the phrases, and it's that ARP code. Easy one, brother. By the way, you can have a ton of phrases, bro. And then for the drums, what we used was first a hi-hat, so that there's a dry work hi-hat one, and I just used that really super basic pattern here. It's 2, then you skip 2 and you place. And this is kind of like the drill pattern that I like to use. You play, skip 2, play, skip 2, place, skip 1. Yeah, sounds really nice. I don't know if it sounds that R&B, but you know. Then I used a rim, because this kind of create some rhythm. And what I did is I just brought down the first one. Then I placed 4 on the grid here, on the line grid, like this. And what I did is I just played with the pan, 1 left, 1 right, etc. And I just brought down the velocity so it doesn't sound too aggressive. And I think that with the entire beat, it just sounds really good. Of course, you have to add that laser that, again, I'm just saying this, but you can find it inside of my Harmony MULTIKit in the drum section and in the perk section, and it's right there. It's the you have ton of varieties. You have that one, which is a higher one, and you have that one. What it is, I just placed 2 notes right there, quickly playing at the end of the pattern. And of course, I had to pan in 1 left, 1 right. And in here, I just use this kind of like a silent note to create more rhythm, and then I just copied the pattern. And we have this open hat from Rod Keeger, and look at this. This is kind of like a kind of sound like a West Coast. I don't know if I can do it right, but you see what I mean. You see what I mean. And what I like to do is to play those really quick notes. I think it adds much more rhythm than the normal one, and I just play them a little higher to kind of make them really short, quickie. And again, I just copy the pattern. Then we have that stomp, and that's where I think it takes more of a West Coast type beat kind of thing, because of that stomp that goes like. This is a really basic clef. I use the jab clef one. I don't know where I found it, but don't worry, because I have a clef also in my Harmony Drums MULTIKit right there in the perk section. and I just played it really high to make kind of a R&B-ish one. Then we have the spins 808, and it just follows the stomp pattern. And I really like to use that kind of Benny X barrel on Benny X type of bass. It's an acid bass basically, but it sounds really low and it sounds but it sounds amazing good. And then we have that R&B kick. It's soft kick, and I made it soft because we're in R&B, and R&B kicks, they're usually pretty soft. And this is where we kind of like I think we were on drugs or something, but we basically, me and my boys, so one of my friends, he was like, you know what, we should sample one of our snap, so let's just snap, let's just make this
the snap for that song.
so what we did is we snapped and then we just sampled it and we used it. So really basic pattern, falls on the second and the fourth, and we just took this one up. I don't know why. Oh yeah, and we took one down at the end of the pattern. I don't know why we did that, but I think that was my friend. He was like, you know, it's gonna sound amazingly good, don't worry bro, it's gonna sound really lit. And I was like, what the fuck you talking about? Just to kind of finish the pattern, I used a cowbell, and you can find this inside of my perks right there, and you have 3 different cowbells. So yeah. And yeah, I just used the Vaha Vintage Verb 80s preset, and I just brought down the decay and the mix. I hope that the tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to grab my new Harmony multi-kit right there down in the description. It's a really full kit. You will gonna find everything that you need for R&B, any type of R&B. So you have like Drake type of R&B, Road Wave type of R&B, like emotional type of shit, Lil CJ's too. You're gonna find Lil Durk, same thing. You're gonna find some one shots, some perks, some you basically have everything on that sig, and you're gonna also have a ton of loops. So yeah, I hope that the tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to drop a follow and to smash that like button, guys. Hope that you're gonna have a good day, a good blessing day, guys, and peace out.